1954, Aldous Huxley wrote about the dose of perception. In 1967, the Beatles sang about a girl with kaleidoscope eyes. And finally, in 2007, Steve Jobs stated in his biography, and I quote, "Taking LSD was a profound experience, one of the most important things in my life." LSD, mescaline, and DMA, which are the substances that we're going to talk about today, are hallucinogens. Aldous Huxley wrote about a mescaline experience, the Beatles sang about LSD, and Steve Jobs stated about LSD. So, hallucinogens will be my topic today. Hallucinogens are drugs known to inspire great minds, or at least that's the reputation they have. But what are hallucinogens? What do they do to the human mind? And how can a user of these drugs get help? So today I'm going to talk about the basics of hallucinogens, what they are, examples of the products, their status in the United States. Then I'm going to move on to what do hallucinogens do, the effects, for the user, and the fact that surprisingly they are not addictive substances. And finally, I'll talk a little about the treatments for the users and the famous user of Doucet, which I just mentioned, the author of the dose of perception and Great New World, which in French we can translate into the other. So what are hallucinogens? According to the DEA website, hallucinogens are found in plants and fungi, and they are can be synthetically produced, and they are among the oldest group of drugs known for being used to alter human perception and mood. The picture you can see is supposedly what LSD user would see. So you can see it does kind of mess with visual perception. So example of the products would be peyote or mescaline, LSD, MDMA, and psilocybin. Peyote is a cactus which, once synthesized, is called mescaline. LSD is the synthetically produced drug. MDMA is the same way, a synthetically produced, and psilocybins are mushrooms that you can find in the fields. The status in the United States, all of these products are illegal, and they have, to this day, no authorization to be used as some kind of medical treatment. So now that I've talked a little about the basics of hallucinogens, I'm going to talk to you about what they do. So the effects on the mind and then on the body. The effects on the mind are the actual perception of time, of sound, and vision. And the effects on your body are an elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, and increased blood pressure. The risk for the user is to fall into depression or develop paranoia, or during what is called a trip, or the supposedly charm when you're taking those drugs, you can seriously enjoy yourself because you have a very altered perception of your body. It has been known that people tend to cut themselves because they imagine that there are some kind of trip. So that picture is taken from a study on the effects on people taking drugs. You cannot die, or there are no known cases of dying from hallucinogen overdose. Because usually, if you die from self-injury rather than the produce or the too big amount of produce. Hallucinogens, as stated by the DEA and the US Department of Justice, are not considered addictive. The substance itself doesn't have an addictive component, but the behavior and the alteration can make you want to take more, but it's not in the produce itself. It is known, however, that you can have what is called flashbacks, which means that even a few months after taking the produce, if you're on time, you can get some kind of smaller experience of what you had when you took it the first time, and it can appear on random situations, usually on the streets. Although that I've talked a little about what do these products do, I'm going to talk about the treatment. Treatments are easy. If you have any kind of self-injury, you go to an emergency room. If you think that the treatment you take is becoming something that helps you deal with reality, you need to go and have therapy. Therapy has cognitive tools, so how do you process information and what do you need this escape to get better? Or therapy about behaviors, so behavioral therapy would mean that they will try to change the way you react to stressful situations. So now I'm going to talk a little about the famous unit. So here is Aldous Huxley, the author of The Rules of Perception. He wrote this book about scanning experience, and he described the way it altered his perception, the way he supposedly felt like he could reflect more deeply on every subject to think about. And at one point during the book, he states, and I quote, "I was so completely absorbed in looking, and so thunderstruck by what I was seeing that I could not be aware of anything else." The fun fact about this quote is at that time Aldous Huxley was almost blind. So he's describing a very visual experience, even though he has almost no vision left. That's one of the points that is most talked about hallucinogens, is that it alters your senses in such a way that you could presumably retrieve senses you lost. So I'll talk to you a little bit about the basics of hallucinogens. I'll talk to you about the effects on the mind and the body, and I'll talk to you about the treatments and the famous user. And since I began this presentation with a quote, I'll finish with one by quoting another very famous LSD user, which was Jim Morrison. This is the end. Thank you for your attention.